Hello everyone, and once again a very warm welcome to the Chem School. Today we are going to continue with the coordination compound, and the topic for the day is how to calculate the oxidation state of the central metal atom or the ion. You can also call this as the charge number of the complex ion. And this is very important when you want to solve the IUPAC nomenclature of coordination compounds. So let's get started. So now here I have taken 4 examples and we are going to calculate the oxidation state of the central metal atom or the ion. So the key is to find out the central metal atom. Okay, so if you remember, we have spoken about the classification of the ligands and have spoken about what are neutral ligands, monodentate ligands, bidentate ligands, and in that I have taken many examples which tells you the charge of the ligand. Okay, so here that is very important. Okay, and I will also give you a table of the charge of the ligands when we talk about IUPAC nomenclature. Once again, I will also attach the link for your reference. Okay, so let's start. In this 4 examples, first let's find out the central metal atom. If you remember this square bracket, we said that this square bracket indicates the coordination sphere, and in coordination sphere the first metal that you see, okay, that is your central metal atom or the ion. Okay, so in the square bracket here you can see platinum, so we have to calculate the oxidation number of platinum. In the next one, similarly, in square bracket the first metal that you can see is Au, that is gold. Okay, so we have to calculate the oxidation number of gold. In the third one, there is no square bracket, but you know that carbon monoxide is a ligand and you have only one metal, so definitely you will calculate the oxidation number of nickel. In the last one, it is going to be ruthenium, because after square bracket it is ruthenium and you have no other metals in all 4 examples. Okay, so this is very simple. So let's get started. Now when you talk about coordinate like oxidation number, let's make it very simple. We are calculating the oxidation number of platinum, right? Then others we will just write down the oxidation number directly. So we have 2 ammonia. Ammonia is neutral, it means it will have no charge. We said it is neutral ligand, right? So it is going to have no charge, so it is 0. Then chloride ion, you know that chlorine has a charge of -1. Okay, so that whole thing, if you have anything raised to the square bracket, that will be the charge of the complex. So you cannot see anything raised to, right? So the charge of the overall complex is going to be equal to 0. So what you have left over here, okay, will give you the charge of platinum. So what is going to be the oxidation number of platinum? So it is going to be -2, goes on the other side, you will get it is as +2. So the charge or the oxidation number of platinum in this complex is going to be +2. Okay, this is also very important to calculate the effective atomic number, EAN, that we will do in the future classes. Okay, so do remember this. Fine, let's talk about the next one. In this case you have H. Now whenever you have this proton or you have a confusion whether it is a hydride or a proton or whatever, so I said you one thing, before the square bracket it is a cation, inside the square bracket, okay, if it is going to be attached to the metal, then hydrogen has to be a donor. To be a donor it has to be anionic, H-. Okay, so just take care of that. So now because it is in it is before the square bracket, it indicates that it is in the cationic form. So the charge of proton here is going to be +1. Okay, plus you have gold, plus 4 into chlorine, that is -1, is equal to 0. So the charge on the gold will be, so this is +1 and -4, that is going to be -3. When it goes on the other side of equal to, it is going to be +3. So the charge on gold in this complex is going to be +3. Okay, have a look at the next one. This is very simple. So you have okay, we will calculate the charge for it. You have ammonia, so 5 into 0 plus water is also a neutral ligand. So the charge of water is also going to be 0, plus after the square bracket still it is going to be in the primary values, but still the charge of chlorine is going to be -1. So 2 into -1, the whole charge will be equal to 0. So the charge of ruthenium in this complex will be, okay, you can see this is all 0, it is just -2, it goes on the other side, it becomes +2. Okay, so here at least we can see that how easy it can be to calculate the oxidation number. Like you have done it in the previous class in redox reaction chapter. It is similar to that. Okay, so let's solve some more complicated examples. Let's talk about the last two examples and look at this complex first and decide which is your central metal atom. See, now there is a misconception that you will have only one central metal atom, but it is not so. If you have a complex, you can have more than one central metal atom, like you can have 2, you can have 4, okay? So in this case, if you see, you have cobalt. After the H2, so the charge is going to be -1, plus you have OH, hydroxide, has a charge of -1. Is that clear? Then you have 2 sulfate. Sulfate has a charge of -2. So you have 2 sulfate, each of them will have a charge of -2. The total charge will be equal to 0 because there's nothing on the square bracket because now you have the anions attached. Okay, now let's start calculating. So what you will have is 2 into cobalt plus, let's simplify this. Okay, so you have -1, that is -2, and this is -4. -2 and -4, that is going to be -6. On the other side, it becomes +6. Okay, so charge on each cobalt will be +3. Is this clear? I repeat, each cobalt will have a charge of +3, or you can also write it is CO3 plus ion. Okay, that is cobalt 3 plus ion. Now let's take one example with the charge on the square bracket. Okay, so now this is again very important, that is it can be potassium ferrocyanide or potassium ferricyanide, or it can be sodium ferrocyanide and so on. So let's talk about the charge and then we can decide that. So now it is Fe, okay, plus you have cyanide. So cyanide has a charge of -1. The overall charge top, you can see it is -4. So that will go on the other side, that is -4. So what you have right now is Fe, which is equal to, this is +4, +6 on the other side and -4, so you will get +2. So +2 charge you will say ferro, +3 charge you will say it is ferri. Okay, the smaller oxidation number will have O ending and the larger oxidation number will have I ending. So ferro, ferri, cube. Similarly with us and ic. Smaller oxidation will have us ending and the higher oxidation number will have ic. Cuprous, cupric, okay, ferrous, ferric. So that way. So in this case, you can see that Fe has a charge of +2. So now I hope that you can calculate all the oxidation number of the central metal atom in a coordination complex. Okay, so now after this we will move to the next topic in the next class. See you soon. Till then, bye bye.